Boys, no guys here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we got some actually brilliant new content today, so fair play to you for that. The first card we have is Iniesta. Now again, I'm gonna go over these cards if they're meta or not. Let's be realistic, you have to even review a card now. I think everyone understands the meta now, but a 5-star 4-star weak foot, I think thank God to EA they gave him like a 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high medium. I wish David Villa was still in the game, as I'd love to link them two together. But we look at 5'7", you can dribble. He is Spanish, so you can get him on at least one link. If you've got someone like Ptg, you can get him on a green link. Or if you can get any other way, you can get him a link, even just a one icon player. I think you should be fine. But he is Spanish, a lot of Spanish cards as well for La Liga. So you can play back in a strike in a 4-5-1. 5'7", so of course you can dribble with the ball very well. Top 6 acceleration, sprint speed. I would say you want it to be 99, ideally. But for a centre mid, it shouldn't be that bad. I'll be looking more inclined to putting a shadow on this as opposed to a hunter. But definitely it doesn't either a hunter or a shadow. It depends whether you want to play an attacking player or a defensive player. Now, he doesn't really have anything major that's wrong with him. He does a finesse shot trait as well, outside a foot shot trait as well. If you do want to use him, you can potentially use him as a striker as well. Good tap positioning, very, very good finishing, good shot power, good long shots and volleys and penalties. Shooting is actually fantastic. And don't forget, he does have that 4-star weak foot with the outside of foot shot trait as well. So do remember that. His passing, of course, second to none. Very, very good short passing, vision and curve. I would say the most important things. Free kick accuracy is not that important, and neither is crossing, because you're rarely going to cross the ball with a centre mid. His dribbling also is fantastic. 93 agility, 93 balance, 90 reactions, 99 ball control, 94 dribbling, and this is a big one, 99 composure. I would say one of the few players that actually deserves to have really, really good composure. A top tier card so far. Now defending, his stats are actually exceptionally good. He's got 82 defending, 81 defensive awareness, and he's got 72 stand tackling and 71 slide tackling. Now, is it amazing? No. But he can definitely get the job done. As a centre mid card with a shadow, I think he's really, really good. He does have the physicality as well. He does got the stamina, the strength, and aggression, which again is a big thing. He does lack the jumping, but let's be completely realistic. You don't even need to worry about the jumping too much. You're rarely going to be jumping with a midfielder. In terms of what would I use in terms of chemistry, so this is a bit, I would say, a bit of a debatable one. I would say it just depends on how you're going to play him. If you're going to play him, I would say as a centre mid or a CDM. Now, don't forget, he is medium high, so you can play the attacking centre mid. I think, realistically speaking, I think he'll be a very, very good card if, and that is if you put, I would say, ideally a shadow on him, just because you want to get that pace up. You ideally want to get that pace up. That's the main thing. So if you put a shadow on him, I think he'll be a good card. Or I would say hunter, but I'll probably be more inclined to go with the shadow, just given the fact who he is as well. So that would be the first card in here. So that's card done. In terms of what you need for requirements, it's an 86 rated. It's about 200k. So not a bad card. I would definitely recommend doing it if you're an Iniesta fan. I'll definitely recommend that. Now we go ahead to Jack Grealish. Now Jack Grealish, again, another interesting card, and this of course for the path to glory card, should I say. Another very, very good card in terms of his bio. He's got 4-star, 3-star, 3-star weak foot. Does let him down. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's going to be probably the biggest thing that's going to deter anyone from doing him, in my opinion. 5'11", medium, not the best. He hasn't really got any major traits. But the card itself is actually pretty decent. He can't play as a centre mid, so you can't play him like a left mid and move him across. But he's actually got pretty decent stats, and I can probably firmly say that as a winger, he wouldn't be too bad. If you're looking for, like, I would say, a winger that, you know, maybe he's got the links, he might be definitely a good card for the Premier League. The problem is you've got someone like Son, and you've got all these other cards as well. That is probably the only downside. But good agility and balance, good reactions, good passing, good shooting, good composure. I'd probably be inclined to go with a hunter on this card, personally speaking, just because I think, you know, given the fact that the kind of card, that's Iniesta, given the fact the kind of card he is, I just think realistically speaking, you ideally want to go with a hunter, just to maximize his pace. And don't forget, we're playing on the wing anyway, and I think that should be. Hang on, let me just quickly show you this one over there. But yeah, that's what I was going to say in regards to that. So I would say definitely, if you are going to consider getting someone like that, I would say definitely go ahead and get Hunt on him. Unfortunately, Footbend is not working for me. Now that is that card, and then we have another card. And so how much does this card cost actually, by the way? 83, 84, 85. Remember that 250k. If I'm not, my math's not correct, I'll be honest, don't even bother doing him. I'll be completely honest with you. Look, unless you're a Jack Grealish fan, yes, he can get upgraded, But the fact that he's medium and a 3-star weak foot, I mean, unless he goes all the way and you get him to a 5-star, I would probably stay away from him. That is just kind of my personal opinion in regards to that. So that is just the only thing I would say in regard to that. Now, moving across, we do have an objective card as well, a new objective card. So fair play to that, and that is a Hernandez. The Hernandez card looks really good. Now, it's actually not that bad to actually do him, to be fair. There's nothing too major to do him. So if you're talking about the Hernandez card, so I'll show you in a second. So Hernandez, realistically speaking, I think he's going to be a top tier card. He's a centre-back as well. You do score 4 headers in squad battles, which is going to be a bit of a headache, I'll be honest, especially against professional. But you could do this in rivals as well. So it's actually not a bad idea if you do it in rivals in the lower division. You've got assist with 3 crosses. I suppose you can do kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone anyway in that one. Then you got score using French plays in 8 separate squad battle wins or rivals. So again, you can do this in rivals. And the final one is overlap threat. Assist in 12 separate squad battle matches or rivals using defenders. Now, I'm thinking maybe put like a defender like Zambrot or something like that on the wing and then just cross the balls in and kind of get this all done at the same time. You need a French player, maybe someone like, I think his name is Samba, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. Sambia. Someone like Sambia, just get him in the team. And I think that might be probably the best way of going about it. So go ahead with someone like Sambia like that. I'm getting him in the team. I think that should probably be the way to go about it, penning him on the wing. I think that's what you need realistically to get the objective done, and that's what I'd say. In terms of the card itself, though, I do think it's actually a really good card. And don't forget, it's a free card. You know, Lucas Hernandez, isn't it? Lucas Hernandez. But don't forget, he's a free card at the end of the day. So it's only going to cost you, I would say, what, 12 games, maybe probably get it done in like 15, 16 realistically. Let's say give or take a few of the games. They won't really go to as you really want it to go. You know how it is in rivals, especially at this stage of the game. If you go with the card itself, I'll say probably put a shadow on him. I think for a free card, I think he's not too bad. The agility balance is somewhat of an issue for me, but it's not a major red flag. Look, I'll be honest, if you want my honest opinion, I would still go ahead and get a fullback over Theo Hernandez, just because the agility balance for me is so important. A lot of you guys are not realizing this now. Which I think most of you guys are now realizing how important agility balance is for centre back, especially when it comes to against agile dribbling. But because he's 6 foot, he's not the tallest of players, so you can get away with it. But I would, of course, prefer, me specifically speaking, I would prefer good agility and balance. But with the shadow, I think he's really good card. So to sum it up, Hernandez, you know, you can just do him. He's free anyway. The Iniesta card, I think, if you're an Iniesta fan, 200k, I think is a really good card. Either a shadow or you can go with a hunter. I would say go with a hunter if you're playing him attacking centre mid. Otherwise, I'll stick with a shadow. I think with those stats, he's really good. Even if you get him on, let's say, 8 chemistry, I still think he'll make a really good centre mid if you can fit him in the team. And then the final card is Jack Grealish, which I'll be dead honest, I'd probably veer away from him just for the simple fact is he's got a 3-star weak foot. Unless he goes all the way. Look, there's other wingers that are probably of the same caliber, I would say, that are pretty much decently priced as well. So that is one thing to bear in mind. But that's just kind of my take on those cards. So Grealish, I would say no. Iniesta, I would say yes. And I would say Hernandez, just do him. He's free anyway. And if you're looking for a French squad or you're looking for a really good team, that's the way to go. And don't forget, there's a big chance as well, more importantly, that he could get upgraded. So that is the benefit of course, all these cards, that they could get upgraded. But I always try to look at them at face value. Yes, they could be amazing. And of course, he's French as well. I'm not going to lie. French are probably going to go far. France are going to go far. But, you know, it's a free card. It's nothing to really debate about in regards to that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.